What's up, everyone? It's Rob Fuzz here. How's everyone doing? I apologize right off the bat for my hair. My hair is a disaster. I apologize. I'm just going to say that. So there you go. I disclaimed it. What's going on? It's a Rob Fuzz hangout. We are going retro. It seems like everyone is doing retro stuff, retro experiences, and who better to do retro experiences? These two gentlemen right here, my good friends, Jim and Dean. Well, actually, we practice. What do you guys like better? Do you like this? Do you like this?
You get more. I like this one.
Welcome, guys. How you doing? Jim from More Country. There we go. Hey. That's my sound effect for Jim, and Jim has the air horns for me, like he said. So thanks. Mine's not as loud as yours, but. And of course, Dean from the live place. What's going on, guys? Dan's a little late. He's coming. He's going to come. He's a little late. So we're going to give him a little slack. And what's going on? How you guys hanging in there? Of course.
No, yeah, as good as can be expected. I'm all right. I'm all right.
That's good. How you doing, Dean?
I'll tell you what. I went out to Chick-fil-A the other day. Wow. It was an experience.
What happened?
We don't eat out now. It's all about the groceries. That's all we do once a week. We go get groceries. And otherwise, we've been here.
Even that's kind of scary. I hear you. Yeah. So who's in the chat here? Let's go through. Samantha's here. What's up, Samantha? Check out her channel. She has an awesome channel. Timothy Rainwater's in the house. 5P Project. Ed and Mindy. How's it going? Super Enthused Jackie. How's it going? Grace F is here. What's up, Grace? Donna is here. What's up, Donna? Kay's here. Ruth is here. Kay Atwood's here. Dreamer, Deborah, the Mickey Bunch. What's up, Kelly? Alex Bruner. What's going on, everyone? How's it going? And of course, I'm going to give the table right here, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is just 45 subs away from 1,000 YouTube subscribers. More Sunshine Jim, please. The link is below. Let's get this man to 1,000 YouTube subscribers. What's up, Jim? Pitch him. Sell it to him. Why should they subscribe to your channel, Jim? I like the
it's probably the only thing you can do during the lockdown that you haven't done yet. I don't know. Hey, is John in the house? John Fuzz?
John he might be listening, but he did. My son awesome. Has his own sound effect.
Cool.
So thank you for giving my son the good sound. So good. So John Fuzz is not in the house. So tell us about More Sunshine, please. I love your channel. You've been doing a lot lately. I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's funny. This started this channel as a hobby, and the closer I got to 1,000 subs, I realized, I might want to get monetized. So now's the push for hours. So yeah. I go live every Tuesday evening, 7:30 Eastern. But now when I can, I've been going live during the afternoons, lunchtime. So yesterday we did 2.5 hours of Sporkle trivia. Last week I was sketching. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I hope everybody else did too.
I did.
But last week I did I sketched Mickey Parks, Disney Parks blog, posted videos on how to sketch characters. So I did that. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. And I'm just trying not to be obnoxious and, just be a contributing part of the Disney live stream community. But I live here in Florida, so I'm an annual pass holder, but that's been taken away from us, understandably.
So what do they do with that? Not to interrupt, but what do they do? Do they just whatever they're closed, they prorate it? Is that what it is?
Well, two things they've done. For annual pass holders that were on the monthly payment plan, they have put a pause to the payments. So they're not taking out the automatic payments for your annual pass. That will start right back up when the parks open again. But they are not extending the length of those annual passes. So you won't have to pay for the months you weren't able to go to the parks, but then I think there's an alternative. Maybe you can extend it if you designate it as such. For people that paid off their annual pass, the pass has been paused while the parks are closed. they'll start again once the parks open, but then they will extend the length of your pass for the time that you were not able to enjoy the parks. So a couple of things for annual pass holders.
Okay, I was just curious. Sorry to interrupt that.
No, not at all. Not at all. I hate talking about me, so that was a nice little interruption.
And you do 360 videos. I love it. You do park videos. You go live every Tuesday at 7:30, right? I don't know if you
Yes,
said
yeah,
that. Yes, you
yeah,
did.
I
I got
do.
interrupted. Sorry.
No, not at all. Not at all. Thank you very much. You're a big supporter, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Trying.
And thanks for
Trying
having
to
me
support
on this
you.
evening.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. So, and of course, we got Dean from the live place. What's up, buddy? How's it going? How's the live place going?
I want to talk about Jim. So the thing about Jim is nobody can do a top 15 numbers and make it interesting like Jim. That was absolutely hilarious. I love that.
Thanks. I tried.
And I also, now that I'm not talking about myself, I say, Rob Fuzz, you are the king of archived vintage videos, man. You have got it going on. I wish I would have thought that way when I was young, because that's the magic right there, man.
Yeah, I never thought in a million years that and that's our topic today. We're going to get into that, but I never thought in a million years my footage from 1983 was going to be broadcasted to possibly a potential millions and millions and millions and millions of people on YouTube. So I never thought that, but you know what? It's not bad. I think I was pretty good. Not those 83 videos, but later on I went to TV, to communications. I was studying television and video and stuff like that. So I think I got a little better as I went, and I tried to be a little cinematic, but the editing and stuff like that. But yeah, it's fun. It definitely is fun. And if you don't want to talk about I'm going to talk about, check out the live place. He is like the TV guide of YouTube. Definitely go check it out. I go there all the time just to see what's going on. TheLivePlace.com. And of course, please subscribe to the live place on YouTube. So that's very important. You're my next goal. I want to get this guy right here to 1,000 subs, and you're my next project, Dean. So we're going to get you to 1,000 subs. What, Dean? Go ahead.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, new streamers are coming. So like in this last week, we've got 4 new streamers, I believe, coming. See if I can remember them. Walt Twins contacted me, so
okay, good.
Have them back. And let's see, It's Joey's World is going live. Yep, going to do a birthday party
Gentleman
for
Joey.
I'm
going to give him the horn, Gentleman Joey. So,
yeah,
go ahead, Dean. See, I had 14.
There's 2 more, but I'm.
It's cool if you think about them. Oh, they're good people. They're supporting my channel. You guys.
And well, there's one more. Doggone it! It'll come to me.
All family friendly, mainly theme parks, mainly Disney, but yeah, all good streams, all good people. Yep. So check out theliveplace.com. And of course, check out the live place on YouTube, which brings me to my next little plug here. Jim, Dean, and I, and we announced the special guest, right?
Yes.
Okay. And of course, Josh from Resort TV 1 is the godfather of retro and retro streaming and everything. He is going to be with us, the 4 of us. This coming Tuesday, April 21st, we are doing the 5th episode or 4th episode of Fifth Gate. Is it the 5th? The 5th one. We've done 4 other ones. Go check it out on Dean's channel, The Live Place. We did 4 other ones. This is going to be our 5th one. This is going to be, Dean, I'm giving it to you. What's the stream about on Tuesday for the Fifth Gate?
Well, so what's been kind of fun was Rob and Jim and I talked ahead of time and said, let's come to the table with our own ideas. We won't tell each other in advance. And we all had very different ideas, and it was fun to see just the creativity there. We had some guests on that gave their ideas. But anyway, so now what we're doing is we've kind of got these different ideas, and we're filling out the park. So what we're going to do now is look back at some of the old retro attractions. What did we love about them? What made them so magical? And how would we use that to design this Fifth Gate? So that's it in a nutshell. And I wanted to say, because Ed reminded me, now I got T. Marie Photography is the
yeah, she's awesome too. Very cool. And I put the banner on there. So very cool. And check it out. It's at the Live Place. It's 9:30 on April 23rd. This Tuesday coming up.
Is it the
Sorry,
23rd?
April 21st. Sorry about that.
There you
April
go.
21st. I did that without looking. At 9:30. So we're going to be on with Josh from Resort TV One, who is streaming tonight at 6 o'clock. So go over Resort TV One. He is awesome. So please check him out too. Give him some love. Tell him Jim sent you from More Sunshine, please.
He won't know who that is, but you can go ahead and do that.
He'll know. He's going to meet you next week. So
That's right.
So I'm excited. All right, guys. So I kind of, as you brought up, I've been doing some retro videos. I found this amazing tape. Pepper Tree Villa were mocking me because I always talk about 1996. They're like, why does Rob keep posting videos from 1996? I'll tell you why. I found a 2-hour tape. And I'll tell you what, there was a good 10 things on that tape that do not exist at Disney World anymore. Like I just posted a lot of them this week. The Skyway, for one, was incredible. I never even knew I had Skyway footage.
Wow.
So I filmed Skyway footage. It's on the channel. Yeah, it was so cool. Even the TTA was different narrations, and the coolest thing was it was the 25th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World. So they did the god awful thing. I actually like it, so I don't know. We're going to talk about it. I think that's one of the very first topic. They made the Cinderella Castle a pink cake. So I don't know. What did you guys, Jim? I'm guessing Dean and Jim, you've been there during the 25th anniversary. And what did you guys think of it?
Go ahead, Dean.
I'm going to be honest.
You can.
I didn't care for the castle. It's cool to look back at it and remember it, but I remember when I saw it, I was like, no, that's just not Cinderella's castle. That's what you're asking about, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could not like it. That's fine.
I like it.
Looking back, I kind of thought it was unique. I don't know.
It's fun to look back at it and like, whoa, it was that way once. It was insane. But at the time I saw it, I remember thinking it struck me as so different. It was hard to like it back then. It's kind of fun to look back at it.
Yeah. And Jim, what do you think?
Well, much like the magic wand over Spaceship Earth, it was kind of neat to have for a little while, but I'm glad it's not always there. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I didn't hate it. And it was, I love looking back at the old footage, old pictures, but I'm glad it was temporary, you know. But I thought it was pretty neat as far as a celebration goes. To make the castle look like a cake was kind of clever, and the way they did it. Oh, by the way, a storm is approaching, so if I lose power, that's why. I can hear it. But yeah, I'm glad it's temporary, or it was temporary. Yeah.
What do you guys think of? What do you think of those extra things like the wand over Spaceship Earth and the big hat in Disney MGM Studios? I don't know if it was. I guess it was Disney MGM Studios at the time. What do you think of those things, Dean? I'm guessing Dean does not like anything touched.
So you know what? You can see I'm a traditionalist, and like for instance, if I go into my bathroom at home and some little thing is removed, my wife decides let's put it out in the living room. I'm like, no, that thing belongs here. And so I'm very traditional. And so you pointed out two good things, Rob. The wand, I didn't mind the wand too much. Just
Jim brought up some of the stuff.
Yeah, or Jim brought up, and then the hat, at MGM. To me, that got in the way of the Chinese theater. That was what I thought first, but then I did get kind of used to it, and I kind of, when it was taken away, it felt a little more bare. But yeah. What do you think, Rob? Did you like that? I want to hear what you thought about the cast.
I don't remember. I think in the video, at the time, I actually say, oh, that's pretty cool. I was actually talking about it in the video. So like, I can't hide that I actually liked it then. And looking back now, it was the paint. Well, I actually think they learned from their mistakes, and the 50th anniversary is coming up next year. And hopefully, God willing, everything will be back to normal next year. And the 50th anniversary I don't think obviously all the stuff they wanted to do is going to happen now, but I think some of the stuff's going to happen. You know, a lot of stuff's in motion. So, painting the castle the way it looks now, what do you guys think of the way they're touching it up now? How do you feel about that? I think it was a good move, and at the time, I think exactly what Jim said. It wasn't permanent. So once it was temporary, it was a fun little thing. It was definitely cheesy, but I like it. Looking back, I thought it was kind of cool. What do you guys think of the castle going to be looking like now?
That's with the gold editions,
gold,
right? Yeah. Again, I actually haven't seen a picture of the finished product. Have they finished it? Did they do it?
Honestly. Right at the end of when they first started to close up. That's when
there was an artist rendering,
right.
I believe, and I did see that, and I thought it looked great. I think I'm gonna like that a lot.
I think it's gonna be permanent. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't mind that. I don't mind that. It looked good. What I saw.
I thought so too. I thought because they had only part of it done, so when you contrasted the new with the old, the new was sharper. So I like it.
You know, it's not like they're putting birthday candles over the towers. They're just accenting it a little bit. So I think it's kind of a fun addition to the castle.
Yeah,
I like it.
Think
it's
so
not
too
too much.
I think it's kind of cool. Just trying to get some Epcot Bob's here, your brother. Hey, Bob. I didn't really mind the wand over Spaceship Earth. I used it on my YouTube icon. You sure did.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Just kind of see what other people say. And Mike saying, my friend says he's working on some of the stuff for the 50th anniversary. Some of the stuff might not get done. Sad face. Yeah, I wanted to read that. Some Mike in here. Hey, Mike, welcome to the stream. He's working on the new fireworks stuff and the charm. Yeah, that stinks. That's just the way the world's. Mickey Bunch, welcome to the stream. But yeah. So let's get into it, guys. I asked the guys to come up with some lists of kind of some stuff. Thinking back, retro theme parks. What you think? Oh, by the way, too. Tuesday, the 21st, the 5th gate. I'm going to be on there with Jim, Dean, and Josh from Resort TV One. But also this Saturday, I forgot to say this, Road Trip Dave, my partner in crime, I'm going to be on his stream, 9 o'clock. Guess what we're talking about, guys? Retro memories. It's just retro everywhere. So I'm going to be with Road Trip Dave tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. So please, I've never been on Dave's channel. I'm so excited. It's my partner channel. And Dean was on last time, right, Dean?
Yeah, let me give you, Rob. You need to bring your energy. Lots of
Nice. I don't think that's going to be a problem. So, hey, Nathan, welcome to the stream. I love Hyper Project. Retro. Yes, nothing wrong with retro. That's right, Bob. That's too funny. But yeah, I'll bring the energy. But yeah, I just wonder, before I forget, I'll be on tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, Road Trip Dave. At Home Dave. Is that his new name? I don't remember what it is, but I'm really bummed because Dean was talking about certain things on the show 2 weeks ago, and I've yet to see Dean's show. So he asked me a couple times. I have not seen the show, so I'm gonna watch it today before the stream to get some tips from you and everything. So but yeah, I'm gonna be on there. So good.
Cool.
And I'm gonna be on one more thing. I forgot this happened today. Actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to. Mickey Bunch, am I allowed to say this? I'm going to be on Sipping the Disney Tea with Mickey Bunch coming up soon. I'm going to be on their channel too. So
I have a question, Rob.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Who's booking you with these?
That's you, sir. You didn't book me on these?
I don't
Dean
recall.
Is my agent, by the way. Dean is my agent. So I guess I'm a self-agent. So, all right, let's get into the topic here, guys. I think Dan's going to kind of come to the second half. He's going to be in here. So. Dan had something come up, but it's all good. So, Jim, let's talk about this. I asked you guys to make a list of some of the stuff, the topic, of course. What do you think? What did you come up with for retro experiences? I didn't know if it had to be a ride or something you liked in the past. What'd you come up with, Jim?
You asked me to also find some pictures if I could, and I did.
Yeah,
so I'm going to throw some pictures up here.
Yeah, go for it.
And if I have it done correctly.
Thanks for reminding me.
Okay.
Ooh, look at this.
Here we go.
Wait, hold on. Go ahead. I love that picture.
All right, that's me in the red shorts, and my sister. And I don't know exactly when this is, but the first thing I'll say, the first thing on my list is I wish, or I have a very fond memory of when more characters would walk around the park.
Yes,
They
that's what I'm
still-
bringing up too.
They still do it a little bit, maybe in Disneyland more than in Disney World, but not like it used to be.
No.
And I'm actually not one for character meet and greets. I don't really do that,
Neither am I.
but I like seeing them walk around like that.
Right.
Hang
Guess
on.
what I was going to talk about?
There's another one.
Same thing.
Nice. Holy cow.
I was going to tell the same thing. That's what I wanted. That's so funny. We didn't discuss this either.
No.
I wanted more characters walking around the park. So that's so
Yeah.
funny. Go ahead, Jim. That's why I asked
he
you
was
on
good.
because
Yeah.
awesome. Go ahead.
There's Baloo, right by Sunshine Tree Terrace when it was over by the Jungle Cruise.
Cheers.
And then I don't know if you can tell, but right under his chin is the mesh where the cast member can
Yes, they
see.
were so cheesy back then.
Yeah,
right?
they've certainly improved the costume game. I can't remember which way I need to go on the slideshow here. Okay, here's another one. King Louie.
King Louie.
right.
I don't have King Louie, but
Yeah.
he is awesome.
So as far as characters go, these are I think the only 3 pictures I have. Again, and only because they were just walking around and we can run into him. But well, hang on.
What was the
What's
other
here?
one?
What's
Okay,
here?
King
Nope.
Louie. Who's the other one?
Baloo.
Blue. Okay, right.
And these were
I thought I blew.
I thought I had one more. I thought I had there it is. Yes. Okay.
Robin
These,
Hood.
yeah, these are the only ones I have. I guess I'm tugging on his costume here, trying to get his attention. I don't know what's going on. My mom probably said, just go over there. Just go over there. I'll get a picture. But yeah.
Nice.
But again, I'm not one for character meet and greets, but
Neither am I.
yeah, we have these pictures. Only, I guess the only one I would do anymore would be BB-8 because I know it's not a sweaty college kid in the costume. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can't get that out of my mind. So,
Gonna take that off. Sorry.
but yeah, more characters in the parks. That's a fun
Roaming
memory.
around, right? That's
Yeah,
exactly what
absolutely.
I think was my first topic too.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
And
Yeah.
I don't recall in any of the pictures that I found an escort, a cast member escorting these characters.
No.
They were on their own. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So they learned their lesson, but back in the day it was a whole different ball game.
That's so funny you did that because that was literally my first topic was more characters in the park
Yeah.
and just roam around and everything.
Oh, nice.
Here's me
Full
with-
screen there, full screen.
Hey, let's bring this up. Thank you for helping me there.
Wow.
I've showed some of these on the thing. This is my Epcot hat. So this was 83, I think, was the first time I went. Yeah, this is November 83. There you go. And look, there is no one around. I love the outfits.
Wow.
Huh.
So it's probably around the same time. Look at this.
Wow.
Matching ones too. It's so funny. And then this is awesome. This is my favorite.
How tiny was that cast member?
I know. Because I was tiny. And look,
Wow.
they are now Jawa. I'm looking. They're probably retired if they were in there. So
Those are awesome.
They are. That is. Here we go. Eeyore, that was, and then who's this? The King. And then, and like you showed, but there you go.
Yeah.
And then this is probably my favorite one. I'm gonna edit out my brother because he doesn't need to be in there. But Figment and Dreamfinder, baby. I love my mother always wrote the stuff on the bottom, so
Yeah, my mom wrote it on the back. Yeah.
like it was the old school thing, I guess. So yeah, that's exactly what I want. That was my first thing too. It's so funny you did that. Yeah,
I had one more. I found one more.
Let's bring it up here.
This is actually from Disneyland. Our family took a trip out to California
cool.
in '77.
Very cool.
And look at Donald. I mean, that's they've
So
certainly improved the Donald costume as well.
what year was it?
77.
Wow. And then here I'll show you. I forgot to show these two. These are from earlier. These are from 1980. So look at Mickey. Look at this lady popping in my picture. Get out of there, lady. That was cool. There was no people.
It was a
And then-
free for all back then, Rob.
Exactly. And then look at this. I don't know if you ever do they still have Shamu?
Wow.
I'm so loyal to Disney. I was wearing my Mickey shirt at Disney World. So Robin Shamu, thanks, Mom, for writing that down on the bottom. So that's too funny. Dean, I'm coming back to you. You ready for me, Dean?
I'm sorry.
Here we go. It's all right.
Yeah, I apologize to everyone for the tinny audio. I've been having
It's all right. Sounds better now.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
good. All right. I'm just, like that last minute homework. I just found my photo album.
It's all right.
So I'm gonna
JK
show
in the
you
house. How's it going? JK's been very supportive of me on my retro streams. Thank you.
This is 1974.
Well, hold on a second. I'm going to bring you up here. Oh, cool. I kind of told them last minute to get some pictures. So what? That's Disney World?
That's Disneyland.
Oh, Disneyland. Okay. Very cool.
And here we go. You remember this guy?
Oh, yeah. Look. Wow. He's got what is that? A Mickey, like, so bizarre.
He's
It's
wearing
so
a
cool.
tank top Mickey shirt. What's his name from Jungle Book?
Baloo? Is it Baloo? I don't even see. Oh, look at that.
That's
The Skyliner
Yeah.
with the what's it called? The Matterhorn in the background.
Matterhorn. Yeah. Oh, I love Skyliner. I got a few more here. And then of course there's this. This is a little more current. Hold on. Here you go. Oh, that did.
Yeah, you showed me these pictures. These are awesome.
Yeah. So this is sorry, computer, behave. So this is me in 1993, I believe. And there you go. That's about all I could find.
Who is that in the picture with you?
That's my friend Rick.
Oh,
So
okay.
back when we were single, we used to do a little traveling, and we hit Disney once or twice, I think. I've been to Disney World, by the way, over 20 times. So since 1986 or 7.
Nice.
But, I would say over half those, about half those times with Bob, I would think. And yeah, we love it, man. When Bob and I were in high school, that was back in the late 70s, was the optimistic view of the future. So we saw these futuristic videos, and I think of that when I think of retro future stuff, was the old vision of the new future. And I wish I had more stuff from there, but yeah.
Definitely. No, you're doing great. I kind of threw it at the last minute. Sorry, guys. So, all right, Dean. What was your pick for the next thing? Thank you for showing the pictures. They're awesome.
Ready?
All yours.
So
Yeah,
number one. So I don't know if this is going to fit your rules, but
there's no rules. I never
There
have
are no rules.
So this is the 64 World's Fair promo.
Wow.
Yeah. You probably know more about Futurama than I do, Rob.
Was this in New York? Was this the World's Fair that was there?
This is in New York.
Okay.
Exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, Futurama was Futurama 2 at the 64 World's Fair, and it was Futurama 1, or the first one, in the 39 World's Fair. And I think people waited in line for this attraction, like I would say 4 hours, 5 hours. And, we wouldn't wait that long for it these days, but it was so full of wonderment that I just love the look here. It's just that this is retro to me. It's a cool look.
Yeah, that site is literally 20 minutes from my house where that was, which is pretty amazing. So I could literally get in the car now if there's no traffic on the road. I could probably get there 20 minutes. So I've been there once or twice. I've walked around there. I've seen the big globe, you guys know, and the Men in Black stuff. I drive by there all the time. Those towers from like the Men in Black made it famous. And there's another dome, and then there's actually like a museum. It's like the Queen's Museum, and that's still there. But there's not much there. I can't believe this was so once amazing and stuff that just not there anymore. It's sad, kind of. And of course,
in a sense, I would say it was more amazing to the world then than stuff is to us now, because it was so big. You look at the a good movie to watch is Captain America, because I think they're showing the 39 World's Fair in Captain America, and it was just so big and beyond anything that they had experienced.
Yeah. So that's your pick is the Futurama from. I like it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That was cool. Well, my pick was the characters walking around the park as Jim and I discussed everything. So I'm going to come back to Jim. What do you think, Jim? What else did you come up with for our little stream here?
Another picture. I only have one of this, but you'll recognize it when you see it.
Ooh,
I miss. Is this a show where we're lamenting, or we're just finding pictures and talking about it?
But yes, we can lament.
I kind of miss how MGM Studios at the time, it used to be, more like an actual studio. The Backlot Tour, I liked that Disney had their own, movie studio theme park. It's not so much. I love it now too. Don't get me wrong.
Today,
Hollywood Studios,
yeah,
with Galaxy's Edge and Runaway Railway, it is now at the top of my list. It is, and with what's going on at Epcot, it's right now. It's my favorite park. But I do miss the Backlot Tour. I miss being able to walk around like this. There was more of a let's see how movies are made feeling. That's gone. But I still have this picture anyway. That's my dad, by the way. And that's me. I don't know why I'm not looking at the camera other than
because you're a wise guy like me.
Correct.
I don't know. Yeah. So, but many pounds ago.
Jim, that is such a good pick. I don't know why I didn't think of Backlot Tour. The first time I went on Backlot Tour, I was blown away. I loved it.
Yeah, I did too. I was lucky enough to be called into the when they're recreating the flood scene, and I was able to do that with my friend. We had a blast doing that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, with the you're on the, what was it? We were on a boat of some sort.
Right.
And there was a giant wave that came.
Which one did you do? The one to the right or one to the left? Do you remember with the wave? I guess the wave crashed on you. That's what you did. So
yeah, I don't remember. I don't know.
I did the one to the left with the submarine thing, and my friends actually did film it. I believe it is on my channel. So, so it's cool. We should, Jim. I smell a project here. We should re-edit that scene where I'm the one on the left and you're the one on the right. Do you have it on film?
I don't. I don't. But they taped it at the time so that they could play it back. I'm sure they didn't keep it. There's no finding it now, and I didn't tape it. So what are you gonna do?
That's crazy. Coming back to you, Dean. What do you think? I'm sorry, Dean.
No, I'm ready. You ready? All right.
Go for it.
My next one. Like you didn't see this one coming.
Nice. Of course.
So I was looking at all the Horizons pictures today, and this one, and you can see up above, it says JPL Studios. You guys know James is a good friend of ours. He puts out some pretty cool stuff. Anyway, this has been a picture that I remember as you were first entering Horizons. It's just all part of the story. You're about to take an adventure here, and you're hopping on one of these destinations. Of course, the Horizons is highlighted here, but just that sense of leaving. You walk into this building, you're leaving, and you're going to experience something, and it's kind of interesting because the Horizons attraction was really divided into sort of the past look of the future, and kind of more the current look, and then something that was really futuristic. The past look of the future kind of hit a limited budget, so it wasn't as blown away. It didn't blow you away as much, but it was still really cool the way they put that stuff up. That stuff up there, and you were kind of like in the 30s or 40s or whatever it was. So
yeah.
Anyway, this is a great picture. I love that that sense that this gives you that you're about to go on a journey here. So that's my next pick. Horizons, obviously.
Yeah, we talk about Horizons all the time. I love it. So,
How many times do you think you rode it?
you know, what I loved about Horizons was it was such a fast loading ride that, you know, like I would go like, I don't know, my friend or my father. My father really didn't care whatever I did, or my family or whatever, but my family didn't want to go on it constantly. But my dad took me once or twice. I'd go on that ride 5, 6, I don't know, probably 10 times, because you literally get off, and sometimes they let you even stay on. So do you ever recall that they just let you stay on again? Or maybe they don't, because I think it goes through like a private area. I don't think they actually did, but I would just run around and just come back right on again. I love that ride. It's so good.
There's a funny story there is one time when Bob and I were down there, typically when we go on our 4 or 5 day vacations down there, we'll say, okay, we want some individual time. We're just going to kind of split off. And so, but we would always be running over to Horizons. So I'd be on Horizons on my alone time. There he was.
I love it.
Bob.
It's cool. Welcome to the stream, Shep. Welcome to the stream, Corey.
Yeah.
How's it going, guys? Good to see
Corey.
everyone. So, hey, Tina, welcome to the stream. So, I love it. So, what is this? Omnimover Epcot was best caught. Horizons World of Motion, Spaceship Earth, so many chill, slow, classic rides. I agree, Kyle. I've been actually, I posted all my retro streams from the past week because Josh from Resort TV One last Friday did a retro stream. He used a lot of my videos. So, anything he showed or I gave him, I actually put on my channel. So those were the different things. So it definitely had that Epcot feel. All those rides had that same Epcot feel. The only thing could really get it on now is Spaceship Earth, pretty much. The Horizons feel, the World of Motions feel, all those rides and everything. That's what I really miss about it. And I keep coming back to Dean with this too. I see saying like it was just that, and Dean kind of said it good before the stream. Dean, say it again, what we talked about. So, because you actually hit the hammer on the nail. So
I'll be glad to say it, but I was just momentarily distracted. So what am I going to say again?
No, I was saying we're discussing, and I asked you like in chat, and I asked you before the stream, like it was just, what is that feeling? You described it so good. I guess it was just that classic feel of the 70s and 80s.
Wonderment. You know, I think that the word I always go to.
There's the word.
Yep. So a sense of that there's something bigger, you know, and you're a part of it. And I do remember the first time I went to Epcot, and I think it was when I was on Spaceship Earth. I literally felt overwhelmed with the fact that I was there and I was seeing something that was just beyond me, something that I had never experienced. And so, yeah, wonderment. I think
that's the word.
That's the word.
Thank you so much. Wonderment, right, Jim? Wonderment. I think it's right.
I knew what it was. I was.
So we've talked about it. We've talked about it on the fifth gate too. So
that's right.
I just I always forget. I'm like not like an elephant. I'm like I don't know what forgets. I don't know. Whatever animal forgets, that's what I'm like. So it's too funny. So
elephants remember.
What was it?
Elephants remember, right?
Yeah. All right, my pick for just that retro experience, what I really loved, and unfortunately I do not have any video. Oh, by the way, I have all these things thanks to my mother, by the way, for keeping all this stuff. I thank her every time. So here's my coupon to the Polynesian Review, $8 to go see the Polynesian, the luau at the Polynesian. So and I went on November 12th, 1980, so it was $8. So thank you so much for a great experience. Look at that. It was $7.69, 31 cents tax. They're going to round it off to $8. What a deal. And of course, I don't know what this is. I have no clue, but it's just cool that I have it. So around that time too, it was a little tag, I guess a check tag or whatever. So let me put me up here too. Dean's working on something. And my pick for the first retro experience, I got to keep looking at the title because I forget. I'm going to go at River Country because I love River Country. Like I said, I don't have this on film. Look at this value. Going to a theme park, ages 3 to 11, child, $3.25. Look at that. That is amazing. Jim, isn't that a great deal?
That was my next.
Well, I'm glad I got to it before you. So that is awesome. That's why we think like, well, we can
you owed me one.
We can talk. We can talk about it together. We can talk about it all together.
Yeah.
Dean, have you ever been to River Country, Dean?
You keep you're muted.
You're muted, Dean. That's all right.
I said that I had not been and really wish I would. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So step aside here a sec. Me and Jim are going to talk about River Country.
Sorry.
Jim, tell us what you thought of River Country.
River Country was the first Disney water park, and I absolutely loved it. I think I went 3 different times. We went early on when it first opened. I think the last time I went there was maybe 1988 was the last time. I don't know when this picture was, but my parents are not swimmers. So they would take pictures from a distance. So none of the pictures I have, and I have a number of them, maybe 5 of them.
All my pictures are from a distance too.
Yeah, but nothing was waterproof back then either. So
right. I'm just, while you're talking, I'm going to show some pictures too. But go ahead.
Yeah, do that.
You take the floor first. Go ahead. And then I'll get to mine.
It was just what was weird about it, unlike today's water parks like Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach, of course, is that part of, or most of it actually, was part of Bay Lake, was it not?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So in relation to this picture, that way was just open lake. I mean, there was a rope or something, maybe
pretty much it. Yep,
mesh or something that kept you from floating out into the middle of Bay Lake. But so that was weird, but fun. So it was a little, rustic, a little bit frontier-ish, and this was a tube ride. It was just a giant slide, and you'd sit in it, and then you'd come down here on this ramp and splash down here. I remember my dad did it, and he fell out of the tube, and he's not a swimmer, so we saw him kind of panic a little bit, which was amusing. But that was fun. I've got what else do I have here? Oh, just another bit of a closer picture. That might even be me there, but I can't tell. These pictures are really far away. Okay, so they had 2 slides. This was called Hoop and Holler Hollow.
I love that you remember them. I don't remember anything.
I remember because I went there with my friend, and they had a recording of like an old prospector voice, and I just remember the beginning of it was, "Howdy, folks! Welcome to Hoop and Holler Hollow," or something like that.
Yeah.
Now the water below is up to 6 feet deep and has a strong current. Only experienced swimmers should go down the slide. Something like that. I think I nailed it.
Love it.
But so those were the first water slides, and that was awesome. And it was a lot like what the pool at Fort Wilderness is like right now. So it's just, or any of the resorts, I suppose, you climb the steps to go down the slide into the pool. Not on as grand a scale as Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon is now, but I loved this. I can't tell you how many times I slid down those slides. This is just another vantage
there was
point.
No wait either. There was no real long wait for this.
Not really. And I mean, it was popular. It was a popular water park too. So there's the top of it. So you would climb steps here, and that was the top. That might even be me looking down. I can't tell. I'll just say it is. That's me. And then you'd come out here, of course. Then the only chlorinated water they had in the park was the one swimming pool that had these 2 slides. So you'd come over here and climb. This is hard to climb up steps here. And you just, and I don't know how they kept people from falling on top of each other, other than just make sure you can see the person before you go down the slide.
So that was so PC like that in this day. So yeah.
But this doesn't seem like much, but this was thrilling to me. I loved these 2 slides.
12, 15 feet, I would think.
Yeah. It's the slide stops, halfway down your descent, and you would just fall into this pool. And this pool, I don't know if you can tell right here, it's 10 feet. So
Wow.
that pool was 10 feet deep to accommodate those slides. People going into the pool via those slides. But like I said, we went there at least 3 different times. And maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago, we stayed at, and River Country, by the way, closed in 2000. Am I right about that?
Oh, yeah. I don't even remember.
It was a while ago. So maybe 10 years ago, my family, we were staying at Fort Wilderness, which was, this park was connected to.
November 2nd, 2001. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, after 9/11. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. Oh, well. I don't think it had anything to do with it, but, or maybe it did. I don't know. But, and so anyway, about 10 years ago, we stayed at Fort Wilderness. We rented a golf cart, as you can do. By the way, I highly recommend that. That is so much fun.
Awesome. Yeah.
Just tooling around Fort Wilderness in a golf cart with your family is a blast. But they had the remnants of River Country just still there. It was fenced off, but you could drive up in your golf cart, or walk up, I suppose, to these fences that were covered in Disney mesh, I suppose, but you could totally see inside. So I could see this pool, which only had rainwater. It was overgrown. The fake rocks were cracked, and you could see the skeleton underneath it. Oh, wow. There you go. That's cool. Your mom labeled that?
Yes, thanks. That's me.
I love those slides.
It's too fun.
And so anyway, just up until a few years ago, you could really get a look at the abandoned River Country. Hello, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hey.
We'll get to you, Dan. Hold on.
Sorry, I won't interrupt.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
I'm done. Just that. But now they've gotten rid of just about everything. They're building the new Reflections. Is that the name of it? Reflections Resort?
I believe so. It's
where this used to be. Yeah. I kind of hoped that the pool for that resort would match this pool. I know that's not going to happen, but
is it a slide? No. Is it a high diving board? No, it's both. It's a slide.
It is both. And I don't know if you remember this. At one point, the word splash was on a sign here. Do you remember that, Rob?
I don't know.
So the movie came out in '84, and they put the word splash on the sign going up the steps to these slides. I don't know if it was an unofficial tie-in, but it looked like the logo for the movie Splash. So I don't know what that was all about. I was kind of hoping you could fill me in on it.
I don't remember. You could talk too. I'm going to show you some of my I don't remember much details. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, this is literally the same exact slide. And look, my mom definitely didn't swim, so she didn't go in. But it was really cool because you would come down, and then you would just like kind of glide across too. So
yeah, in those days, nobody was taking a GoPro strapped to their head down these slides. So there's no footage like that.
Like Jim said, it was literally Bay Lake was right there.
It was awesome
right there. And there's the boat.
So cool.
By. So that's cool. There's just another picture. It wasn't really that crowded. This is just a postcard actually. This is a postcard. So it's the same.
I miss it.
I miss it too. It was just very laid back. I like the way you can walk to the water slides and you would walk in the water too.
Yeah.
This is me on Bay Lake too. I think we rented a boat, as my mother would say.
Hey, we had the same teeth.
Yes. So
did you ever go to Discovery Island?
That's my biggest regret. I've never been to Discovery Island. So
yeah, we went there once, and it was kind of neat walking around. I just remember birds. They had giant nets so the birds couldn't leave the island, I guess. I don't know what was going on. But there wasn't a ton to see there. But yeah, we did that one time, and that was during one of the River Country visits. So yeah, I miss that area.
Very nice. DizneyDan in the house. Welcome to the stream.
I am so sorry I was running late. I was having a family quiz thing with 20 families, and it took a really long time. So I was like, come on, let's go. I need to get here. And but I'm here now. Hello. So hi. So I'm very sorry for my lateness as somebody who strives to be everywhere 30 minutes before everything starts. to be nearly 45 minutes late. Is
I'll let you slide on this one.
You'll let it slide down that water slide you were talking about. You see that?
Well played.
You see?
We'll let it water slide.
So I brought props too, because I actually just thought of this just now.
Okay.
So
we're kind of winging this stream, be honest with you, which is fun. I like these are my favorite streams when you just kind of wing them. So
okay. So
Dan, you're not as old as we are. So I wanted to. I was excited to hear your perspective of what you thought was retro, and you're reminiscing. So go ahead, Dan.
Retro for me, well, okay, not to say anything, but I was born in the 90s, so retro for me is not very retro.
For you, it is. Why not?
Yeah, I guess. So things retro for me was pretty much Disney's Hollywood Studios. I don't know if you've talked about it already, but the Great Movie Ride, obviously for me, is retro. The Backlot Tour,
Talked about the Backlot Tour,
the Osborne Family Lights during Christmas time, the Lights Motors Action Show. So many, mainly Hollywood Studios. I mean, in Epcot, you had Maelstrom, I guess, Magic Kingdom, Toontown, possibly. It didn't really go there, but there's a lot of stuff that we sort of, that's pretty much it for me. I mean, it's not really so much retro in my eyes. It's something a bit, I don't know, maybe because I am that bit younger, not that bit, maybe a little bit younger. Things. I think the biggest change was Hollywood Studios for me. I mean, I remember the Art of Animation, which is now Star Wars Launch Bay, and I loved going there. That was pretty cool. But yeah, so not a lot for me has changed personally. I mean, the biggest thing that I've lost is the Great Movie Ride. That is like my baby. I really miss that. I miss my little Xenomorph and the really I just want to say the Munchkins are more creepier than the Xenomorphs. It's true. It is true.
That is true.
But I brought some props. So Disneyland obviously opened in 1955. And my grandfather actually gave me lots of these sort of postcards.
Oh, right.
Which is really cool. Some are from Disneyland. Some of them are from Disney World. And I thought I'd just quickly go through them. So we've got a very old Mickey and Minnie meet and greet there. I think this is over in Disneyland.
Very cool.
Which is kind of cool. Yeah, this is in Disneyland. It says on the back Disneyland. I don't know why I didn't read it, but yeah, that one. And this one obviously is my one of my favorites. It's got Goofy with the Matterhorn and Disneyland in the background, which is pretty nice. Again, from Disneyland. This one of my favorites, Country Bears, also from Disneyland.
I swear I have that postcard too.
You have that postcard too?
I do.
Yeah. I love this one.
Oddly enough, it's from Disney World. Now I gotta find it. Go ahead.
This one is actually from the World Showcase, actually from the UK Pavilion, but it was when they had that red bus that went all the way around the World Showcase.
Yeah, I missed that.
Which is pretty cool, and they have the old Epcot Center logo on the back.
I have video
pretty nice.
footage. Yes.
So that's pretty cool. This one is totally for you, Rob. Horizons.
Hello, it's for Dean too. Thank you.
Oh, Dean as well. Well, for everybody then. But I know how much of a fan you are of Horizons.
Yes, and Jim.
And I know you talk. I know, Rob. You talk about Horizons a lot, so I thought of this one would be perfect for you. So that's Horizons. This one is it's before Alan's Energy Adventure. It was called the Universe of Energy. So there's that one with the monorail shot. Bam, right there. We got the original Spaceship Earth right there, which is pretty nice. Looks very different to what it was. Two more. We got World of Motion, which is now Test Track, which is pretty cool. Very nice. And then we've got the American Adventure as well. So that's pretty nice too, which I yet have not seen. Yet. I will get around to it. But that's sort of my little show. I can't believe
you worked there. You lived there, and you've never been in the American Adventure.
I know. I know.
I'm embarrassed.
He was living his own American Adventure.
Exactly. You see, Jim, we're firing up with the slides and the, But I've got this is my pack of really old stuff. I've got really old maps. But when I mean old maps, I mean from 2012. So,
this.
hey,
How funny is it? Literally the same exact postcard. Ready for it?
you go from Walt.
How
I mean,
cool
the
is
most
that? Same
the most
exact
retro
postcard.
thing I have.
That's so cool.
The most retro thing I've kept is the really old Animal Kingdom straws. The wooden straws. Environmental safe paper straw.
That's too funny. Well, here, my mother saved these postcards, so I'll try to go around the horn here. Kind of the same thing. Look at
Hey,
that.
I think I had that postcard. That
You probably did.
yeah.
I love this space one. That's just cool. I love this. Is like my favorite postcard of all time here. I love it. So I should put this
It's
full
nice.
screen. So if you're showing postcards, I'm gonna show some postcards too. It's very cool. Very neat. I'm gonna be showing these on Dave's stream too. Sorry, Dave.
Wait, Corey put in the chat. Wait, you've never seen the American Adventure? Okay, buddy, that is a requirement.
I
if you
know.
want to visit our
I know.
country again.
I hear you. It's such a cool attraction. I think it's one of the most underrated attractions. And you know what? And I'll put it back right where I was saying before, like that old school Epcot. You got Spaceship Earth. You have that attraction too. That's probably it.
Yeah.
That's really it. You know, it's really cool. And I was lucky. I've talked about the streams before. I was lucky enough to do the behind the scenes tour. I actually saw the under. Actually, I tweeted someone posted pictures of it underneath American Adventure, how the things slide and everything. And someone posted pictures the other day. I tweeted it. It was.
Yeah.
I've never seen pictures. I've did the tour and I've seen how it works, but it's really cool to do that part too. So you definitely get to see it. So.
Kay Atwood also sent me some old maps quite a while ago, so I've also got them. I actually have them in somewhere else where I've kept sort of stuff that people have sent me, so that's pretty cool. But yeah,
Mom saved me these too. So
Wow.
my Epcot guide from 1983. Ready for it? Look at the back.
why isn't that framed?
Film on the back.
What?
What's film?
Exactly. I have two of these too, which is really cool. So.
Oh,
There it is. There's the map. I love it.
I love those colors.
Yeah, the colors.
Very 80s.
Very cool. Yeah, this is a cool map. Good. What were we saying, Dan?
you got something in the chat.
Oh, here we go. Thank you so much. Adventures of Gonzo. Say it, Dan. Say it.
The 999 super chat.
Love you guys. Thanks for stream. Thanks, Adventures of Gonzo. That's very nice of you. $9.99 super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Definitely check out his channel too. Dan, you were just on there, right, Dan?
I was. It's been really great. The Adventures of Gonzo does a Breakfast with Power stream, and this last week we were on with Big Fat Panda, which was so much fun just to be able to talk to Panda, and yeah, so it was good fun. We've been doing those quite recently, and then Gonzo and I are doing another show starting next week, which we will not spoil.
Sandy Stevens, Sandy Pandy, welcome to the stream. Hey guys. Kodak Tina's saying that's cool. Dreamers Empire's in the stream. What's up? Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, Dean.
How's it going? Thanks again for that super chat. It was very nice of you guys.
I think May of 1972. That's my uncle, and we're on the carousel. So I believe this was actually my first time at Walt Disney World.
Wow.
And I tried to find, when I was there recently, tried to find this
What year
horse.
you say that's from?
72.
72. You look a lot older than one there, though.
It said 70. My mom wrote it on the picture. You know all about this.
He's 1.5.
Yeah,
You look,
one and a half.
you look a little older there. Okay, all
He had
right.
a growth spurt.
That's awesome.
I'm very mature. I tried to find this horse, but they've redone them. They no longer look like that, so I couldn't tell which horse that was. But I wanted to kind of get a picture of me on there. I'd Photoshop my uncle in, I guess. But I have that one, and this is my family. Do you remember these bags? These Disney bags?
Yeah,
You ever have
course,
one of those? Yeah,
Yeah,
I loved those.
It was a yellow Mickey logo, like just the outline, and Mickey and Minnie, like
That's
there,
right.
retro
That's
bags.
right.
I
Yeah.
do remember those.
I don't know exactly what part of the park. A lot of palm trees. I'm guessing Adventureland somewhere.
They were big on these hats too. I had one with a
Yeah.
feather.
These are my
like it.
parents.
Very nice.
That's the same uncle. I guess my grandfather's taking the picture.
That's just awesome.
And then there's one final one that's just me and my sister in front of the exit to the haunted mansion.
That's awesome. That shot's awesome.
I don't really have nothing really binds those together other than they're all old pictures. But this was not 72. This was 75 maybe.
Yeah, I would probably have 75, 76.
Yeah.
Well, 76, they did the big Spirit of 76, like that famous parade and everything. I actually have footage.
Oh yeah.
I was never there. My first time ever there was 78. So because I lived in New Jersey. So my uncle, I actually have footage on my channel. My uncle took high 8 millimeter film and everything, and he actually had talkies movies and stuff. So I have the parade from 76. So that's around there, I think. Yeah, I think that might be I think that's 75, 76. Yeah.
If I may use the word lament again, the fact that I had been, to the parks so many times. I was lucky enough to go there for family vacations from Michigan so many times.
Oh, you
never took
Michigan. Okay.
Yeah, never took any video. We have pictures, but I didn't start taking video there until I started vlogging for my YouTube channel. How's that?
Wow. That's crazy. The first two times I was there, 78 and 81, maybe. Yeah, because I think we went 83. I didn't film anything. We didn't have anything. We just took pictures. That's why I got all these pictures. And then 83, I had the big camcorder with the big VCR you had to carry along, and the batteries for the camcorders were literally this big.
With the strap? Do you have the strap over your shoulder?
We rented a baby carriage, and my father to this day is still pissed at me. And I literally go to my dad every time, like, this is the video camera, Dad, right here. And he gets pissed at me every time. So he still remembers that carriage.
That's brilliant. That was a great idea.
Yeah. All right, I love those pictures. They're awesome. Dean, anything else? Did you come up with anything else in in your brainstorming? I love these pictures, by the way. Awesome stuff.
Okay.
Ooh, what's this?
I'm going way back. Who remembers this one?
I do.
Mars.
I do.
Mars. So, if we were to go on mission to Mars today, it would be laughable, right? Because
definitely.
Yeah, you see the little theater here, you're all in a circle, and so you're watching this trip to Mars, right? Right from launch to returning, right? If I remember right.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at the time, it was like, wow, we're part of NASA here. It was amazing. And this is, again, you look at the design of the building, very retro. And so yeah, you can tell in this stream that I'm the oldest one here. But this was a great attraction for its day. I don't think you could repurpose it now. It just wouldn't work.
No, it was pretty much all contact with mission control, and then eventually the seat would collapse, making you feel like you're experiencing G's.
That's right.
Which
it kind of did the bending in and out thing to make you feel like you were taking off and so forth. Yeah, that was good memory. Good memory on that, Jim.
You could say it was the early incarnation of Mission Space.
Yeah, you could.
And is that where the extraterrestrial alien encounter was? Like, was it that space?
Yes.
Yes. Which I just posted the other day. Yeah.
See, I have to ask these questions because I'm a millennial.
Yeah, that was there, and then the other part where the Laugh Factory was the Circle Vision and Timekeeper. So, which I just posted too, which was kind of cool. So go ahead, Dean. Anything else you remember of Mission to Mars? I was very young when I wrote it. Obviously, I don't remember much. In the middle there was the video screen where you looked down and you were like taking off and you saw like the parts of Mars and stuff, right?
Yeah, so I think right from launch, so you saw the smoke and all that. And
did they have video screens above the people? Like you would look, put me in here too. Like you looked across, and I think they might have been up on the thing. Like that's what they had for Alien Encounter and for Stitch. They had the screens, and then they had the things in the middle. But
maybe so.
But yeah, That's a great pick.
You know what I find interesting about that picture? If you put up the picture back up, you look at all the people there. All the guys are wearing suits.
Yeah.
Like it's not like we have now where people are in like t-shirts and shorts and
Booty
Crocs.
pants, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas back then it's business suits, big afros. That guy's got an afro right at the front. And even you look at some of the women at the side, they look very smart and elegant as well. And like you look at now, it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna rock up in my Spirit jersey or Minnie and Mickey ears.
And that's how they got off the airplane too. They would dress like that for flights too.
Could you imagine that in
Crazy.
the Florida heat wearing a suit?
Yeah.
It wasn't hot.
No, I
though.
can't remember.
don't
No, I
think it
can't
was-
imagine that. No.
I think
Jim,
capture
Go-
some of that is Catch Me If You Can with the way they dressed. They did that spot on that movie.
Like no one's wearing shorts.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever worn like trousers or pants, as you guys say, in Florida. I think I've always worn shorts.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever worn trousers in our life. No.
I love it.
Sweatpants.
I love it. Do you need anything else to add about Mission to Mars? That's a great pick. I love it.
That's it.
Very cool. I don't have any footage of that. I'm a little bummed. I wish I did. So.
Well, it was kind of underwhelming. I mean, at
It
the
was
time, I
definitely-
guess it was a little bit different. It was kind
Like,
of cool.
well, hold on a sec. It was underwhelming today, but back then, it was like compared to some of the stuff they had. Maybe what would you call it?
Wonderment?
I'm
No,
actually,
I had no
I'm
wonderment.
actually pulling out the tickets here. I do have tickets, believe it or
Wow.
not. So
It's so cool.
I actually have tickets for the Magic Kingdom. So 8 adventures you would get. Unfortunately, Tomorrowland Mission to Mars was a D ticket. If you want to call it something, there it is.
Wow. That's the second. That's the second highest, isn't it?
Right.
Like most
I
requested.
don't know. Let's
Isn't
see.
e-ticket is like your
A ticket
what
was
it
the
mentions.
worst. 'Cause A ticket was
Yeah.
the omnibus, the horse cars, Main Street vehicles, and the cinema, which was a joke. To be honest with you. And then the carousel was A. I don't really have all of them, unfortunately. B, C, and then D. E ticket obviously was the best. So yeah, it was the second highest ticket. So
What
It's
would
just
ride-
I don't recall ever hearing anybody saying, "Oh, I miss Mission to Mars." Nobody says that.
I do. I'll say it. I was thinking. I was actually, ironically, I was thinking about it because I posted those retro videos with the thing. So yeah, I didn't miss Mission to Mars. You're right. So
it was all right. It's just that it
Yeah.
just had the retro.
Well, I'm glad I went on it. I'm glad I kind of remember a little bit of it, but yeah.
we put these up. I didn't put them up full screen. So if you guys wanted to see,
That's so cool.
that's the ticket. These were but some
Yeah.
reason we did not. It's not good for any during the Magic Kingdom regular hours.
What
We
would
just
you?
Never use these. So.
What would happen if you took those back to Walt Disney World right now? And like, I'd like to redeem these,
They
please.
never expire. I don't know. It's a good question.
I would like to redeem these on the Skyway, please.
Well, I couldn't. Look at this.
Or can you get a refund?
Exactly.
$8.50?
But to be honest, I think those tickets are worth more than $8.
you might be right.
The junior ticket. I wonder where my mother's stuff is. I wonder if she has like her adult stuff.
That's so cool.
It was cool.
I've never seen one up close. Well,
And then
I'm
ready
not
for
up
this?
close. You're over the pond, but
And then
it's
this
still quite
was.
close.
We didn't even. This was 80. That was.
83.
I don't remember when this one. Be honest with you, was this must have been earlier things, but this is 83, and then
Wow.
they literally the really tight security.
Oh, they
system
missed my birthday by one day.
of stamping.
Ah,
There it is. The
Wow.
4-day passport resort guest. I just love the prices and everything. So
right now to see if people sell the ABCDE tickets, and I think I found one.
what are they going for?
Just $15.
It's cheap. Uh-oh. Someone's
Yeah.
making a purchase. I'll show this picture later. So,
Well, it's kind of
Dan, did you miss this earlier? Look at this.
oh, that's so cool.
They're literally crowd and everything. So you gotta rewind for the rest of them. Though.
Figment's my fave.
He is awesome. He was a little puppet, and they would go nuts.
Yeah, with
They would go
Dreamfinder.
crazy, so. All right, Dan. Anything? What's you have anything else?
Again, it's not very retro, but on my YouTube channel when I was a cast member in 2016, I know, so long time ago, I completely forgot that I actually filmed the majority of this ride, not all of it. Great movie ride.
Nice.
I remember recording all of it up to the Munchkin Land scene, but I didn't finish it off. So yeah, just
that's one of my all-time favorite animatronics.
Agreed.
Yeah, she's amazing, very, very amazing. And yeah, I've got some of that. And then if you actually go back to my oldest Disney videos on my channel, I've got stuff from the Main Street Electrical Parade. I've also got stuff of, I think this is retired. This is Cinderella's old carousel during Christmas time. This must have been in 2012 or something. Cool. This was her old sort of Christmas costume. That's kind of cool. Yeah, and then just that's and then I also have some Christmas wishes fireworks. But apart from that, like, for me, I just miss things like the backlot tour. I don't know if you guys spoke about the backlot tour before. But yeah, I just really miss that. I remember I remember going on, I think it may have been the last time I ever went on it. Basically my dad had a really bad sort of leg, and we had to sort of support him to get around the parks. And everybody went on, and we actually were walking quite slowly, and they didn't have enough room for us on the tram. So we get to the tram, and they were like, right, you're going to sit with the guy who talks through, and guy who's the actual tour guide. So we sat with him, and we got to talk to him while we were sort of driving past all these things. And I just remembered like the memories of that, and I really do miss things like the backlot tour, just because it was so unique and different. And then the Osborne Lights, just that for me was Christmas. Obviously things that like Magic Kingdom were a bit sort of, over the top on Main Street, but where I really felt sort of Christmas at Disney was those Osborne Lights. Like if you missed that was amazing how they did that every year. Yeah. I wish they still had that. I wish they put that on Main Street. I mean, that would
they actually did
so
it
cool.
Through the town. Like you would go through the sets off the thing, and they would decorate that, and they would close the backlot tour, and you would walk through the town. Yeah, and then they kind of brought it up to the
streets of America.
Yeah.
But if they did something similar to that over Christmas time on Main Street, I think that would be so cool. Or even did it on like Sunset Boulevard or Hollywood Boulevard in Hollywood Studios. I think that would be just because it was so well loved, and I think a lot of people really missed the Osborne Lights. So I would say those, and then Great Movie Ride is the ride I think I missed the most. I think I loved every part of that ride except for the Munchkins.
Jim, do you have anything else?
I do.
Love it.
I was lucky enough to ride in the front of the monorail once.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
And you can no longer do that, of course. But and it wasn't, terribly long ago. It was right before they stopped doing it. And the monorail's kind of a lot of people's first ride anyway. But the fact that we got to ride with the captain or the pilot or whatever you call that person, the driver,
we're gonna call him driver,
the conductor, I don't know, whatever.
Space conductor. I don't know.
That just multiplied that attraction feeling tenfold. You got to see the control panel. There was I think it was a V-shaped bench.
Yep.
there, so my whole family was in there, and it was just it was
So cool.
a little bit of a thrill, and I think I build it up more now that nobody can do it. But I wish there was a way we could do that again.
Yeah. I think I did it back in the days. I just don't, be honest with you, I just don't remember. And I don't have pictures of it. So maybe I'm delusional, but
We felt special. We felt like, oh, they
was
picked
it a
us to
huge
be up
deal
here.
back then? Like if you just waited, you could do it, right? Like
I think
we
you
waited
probably
once.
could. We
Yeah.
didn't even ask to do it. We were just, hey, do you guys want to ride up here?
Yeah. And just you don't
Yeah,
have
we
pictures
do.
or anything, do you?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
no,
That's cool.
no video.
Very cool. Mr. Dean, anything else, bud?
Let's see. I think I have at least one more.
Okay.
So-
Wow.
That's a nice
People mover.
And so, what do you see when you see this? You see,
I see a
7.
lot.
Classic people mover.
Yeah, very
Sky,
busy.
Skyway.
You see the rockets, the Skyway. You see busyness, and don't those TTAs, the people movers, seem tight? Like there's
They
a lot
do.
of,
Yeah.
It's like two people in each
And they
car.
have roofs.
Yeah.
and they have roofs. So that was definitely a difference. But so when my brother, when I don't think Bob's on anymore, but when we went to Disneyland in '74. There were rides we went on that we didn't expect to like. And so People Mover, I don't remember. Do you remember what ticket it was? Maybe like a C? I'm guessing a C.
Probably, yeah.
I don't remember.
Anyway, we weren't expecting much. So this ended up being one of our favorites right away. And so, yeah, that picture captures it quite nicely.
Very nice.
That's a great picture.
Yeah, I love it.
I love the people mover.
Mm.
Is that one of your photos, or is that like a postcard or something?
That's I took it off the internet.
Okay. Or
But yeah,
Oh, from the
that's
internet?
Jim's favorite. Jim wants to make it last long and have dinner tables on the ride as well, right?
That's your idea.
That's
from
right. Yeah.
Fifth Gate, yes.
Yes.
I love it.
And you just stay on until you finish your meal.
I like it.
Always food involved. Always. Always. Has to be.
Dan, do you have any more?
Well, I was going through my Facebook back in 2011, 2012-ish. And again, it's not so much like, it's not that old, but seeing things like the construction, that's too bright, of New Fantasyland.
Oh, wow.
And I remember there was sort of meet and greets with like the I'm trying to get not too light.
The stepsisters.
Yeah, the stepsisters and Lady Tremaine on the sort of the construction walls. So that was pretty cool. But then I've got things like the ear hat. It's too bright. I'm gonna try and lower my brightness. The ear hat and the Streets of America.
Love it.
Which is pretty cool. And then the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
it's gone.
that's from the Backlot Tour, which is pretty cool.
I didn't think they had to get rid of that, but whatever.
I think they just needed to put it sort of somewhere else. I think they could have put it somewhere else. And yeah, I mean, just go through. I mean, this is not really that crazy, but Soarin' without the, Soarin' around the world. So it's just the original Soarin' sign.
I love it.
Main Street Electrical Parade stuff, and just trying to see if there's anything more interesting. I got a Downtown Disney, Walt Disney World sign there. Which is pretty cool because obviously now Disney Springs, being that it's the mecca of all food now in Disney. Oh, here we go. This is cool. Hold on, refresh. There we go. Here's some Osborne lights.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Agreed
that's
with you.
pretty nice. That was pretty amazing. It looks better off camera, but yeah, this is some really old sorts of classic stuff. 10 years ago. I know it's not as retro as
It's
this stuff, but this is sort of my childhood and remembering what everything was. I mean, I've got pictures of where the Festival of the Lion King was before they moved it to Africa, where it was in Camp Mickey and Minnie, where it was such a small theater and
open air too.
where it was open air as well. I mean, just lots of sort of old pictures from just 10 years ago, and it's kind of weird to see how far we've come in the 10 years, you know, that since I've been there. It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, even a picture like this is a picture of Rapunzel, but this was her meet and greet spot before Merida took that space, because that's where she used to meet. So yeah, I mean, there's not really old stuff, but for me it feels, well, it is a decade ago. Yeah. I was going to say it felt like a decade ago because it was a decade ago.
It kind of felt like a decade ago.
Exactly. So, but yeah, I mean, it's great seeing sort of old timey attractions, and for me, I know obviously being born in the 90s, seeing pictures like what Dean has in his background, it's so sort of interesting for me, and seeing, what Disneyland and Disney World were like compared to what we have today, because it is so different. Like, everything about it is different. So, yeah, I even remember going on something like Snow White's Scary Adventures. I mean, that ride, not only did I love, it used to scare the bejesus out of me, hence why they called it Scary Adventures. But
it was scary as a kid.
It was scary. Yeah, I was scared. That when the Queen turned around and she was the hag, that was scary stuff, dude. But yeah, it's great how it's not great. It's almost like it's how crazy how Disney can sort of within a decade change so much, and the Imagineering. I mean, it's even in a couple of years. I mean, look at something like Flight of Passage, where we thought this was the pinnacle of attractions, and then Rise of Resistance was like, right, hold my beer, and then it blows everybody away. So, look, I think it's so interesting just seeing what stuff used to be, 10, 20, 30 odd years ago.
Yeah, definitely. Disney Nerd Herders has a new image.
I love that image.
Very cool. It came out nice, Charlie. Very nice.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I have a prop here. I don't know how retro this is. I know they sold them in the parks for the longest time, but
oh yeah, I remember.
These, right?
Biggest controversy getting those on the plane. I remember.
Yeah.
Now that it's the lightsabers, but
do they still sell these?
No, surely not.
That is awesome though.
This is my son's. Yeah, I don't think they always had this, but this is my son's from years ago. So it just seems weird that they'd be selling guns in the parks, or they sell swords as well.
I knew someone who bought a cigar box when Walt Disney World just opened. I remember they have a cigar box that they used to buy.
That's so cool.
I mean, some of the stuff that you just won't be able to buy nowadays.
Yeah,
definitely. That's a cool souvenir.
Different
That's
time.
so cool.
I found this.
Oh, even locks and
I found this that turned.
Oh, I might have.
Wow.
It is very beat up. It is very old. It is very.
Yeah. Speaking of watches.
This
I
is
have a
posting. So
a battered old Disneyland Paris.
Oh wow.
Watch where it moves around and you can get all the names in French.
Oh,
with the character. So
that's so neat.
Yeah, but I've got a bit of OCD, so I've got to have it exactly lined up. Otherwise, but yeah, I've had this since I was a child. So that's at least 20. Well, I should know how old I am. 25 years ago.
Yeah, very cool. Very neat. Dean, anything else before we get out of here?
Right,
about our show next week.
About it, so I'll just put it up.
I love your choices. Oh, look at that. Oh, World of Motion.
So here's what a lot of people I talk to don't remember about World of Motion was that end city. You remember it, Rob?
Yeah, it's in the video I have too. You were commenting on it too during the live premiere that you loved it so much. My footage came out lousy, and so I wonder what happened to this city where it went. But yeah, just move over a little, Dean. Let's see that city there.
Yeah.
Duck down a little bit. Yeah. Very cool.
There you go.
Wow.
It was way more sparkly and amazing, and the music that they put was very futuristic. So you went through, travel different sections of World of Motion. And the beginning of the World of Motion was fantastic. The getting on and then kind of going outside for a little bit on that turnstile thing and going back in. It was a great ride. I miss those dark ride attractions.
Yeah, people were asking in my premiere what were those cars like too. I don't really remember them that much, but
They weren't dissimilar to the TTA.
Yeah, I think I remember they were like kind of like pods, and there was 4 and 4, and they just kind of
or like Spaceship Earth. I think it wasn't, the seats weren't the same, but it was just bluish, and it was like
I gotta look it up.
I think each one could seat 4 people. In fact, if I remember right, World of Motion could handle more people than any other attraction ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
That entranceway, I don't know if maybe it's just a picture. It looks huge.
It is big.
Was it really like, because obviously compared to what we have now, which is Test Track, obviously it's just like a couple of doors, like normal automatic doors. But that entranceway looks massive.
It was huge, yeah.
And when you walked in, you were in a big, very carpeted room. I remember because the smell, there was that kind of smell. I love the smell. And then it was a little musty, but it was
kind of bouncy too, the carpet. It was really soft.
It was a unique kind of carpet.
Wow.
Very cool.
That is pretty cool.
All right. Anyone else have anything else?
There was a good smell. Dan showed the picture earlier of the Universe of Energy when you would see the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And everything would change because you're no longer, sitting in a auditorium. You're now on a tour in primeval Earth, and the smell kind of brought you into that world as well. And I remember loving that too. Not too dissimilar from maybe like another Disney water attraction with the bromine providing the familiar smell of the water.
I smell a new topic for the future. The smell of Disney World.
I'm down.
My favorite smell, I'll ruin it, was the orange smell from Horizons. So you go buy the orange things and they would pump out the orange smell. That was awesome.
Yeah, and it lasted longer. You get the orange smell. You had it on the old Soarin', but the one on Horizons lasted longer.
Definitely.
Best smell in the whole of Walt Disney World is the musky water smell on Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, that's the
Got that candle, man.
Have you?
I did. I just got it. It's kind of funny because I got it and I opened it up. I thought, does that really remind me of Pirates? And then the next time I smelled it, it did. So I think it casts kind of a spell on you, and that does for sure.
Isn't it so random that there's sort of like a cult following of a certain water smell in a ride?
Is that bromine? Is that what it's called? It's bromine?
Yeah, they don't.
Bromine.
It's not chlorine, so they use bromine. And that's where the smell comes from. It's also, you can smell it on Living with the Land in the rainforest. It's pretty strong there as well. And I'm forgetting another very big one. I don't know.
Splash Mountain.
Splash, possibly.
Is it Splash Mountain or even the Little Mermaid?
Yeah,
the queue for the Little Mermaid.
Seems like
I think that's it. Yeah, I think I'm forgetting a really good one.
I would say the Polynesian lobby smell.
Oh yeah,
which Avery said is a must. So good.
The stream has now become that stream, hasn't it? We're now talking about smells. All right, let's get into this.
I actually have footage of the old Polynesian lobby, so I actually want to talk to Josh because he has such great footage of the Polynesian. I want to have him compare my footage. It's actually on his channel and my channel, but I want to put my footage to his in the live stream, and I got to talk to him about that. But I think that's a great idea too. So, but don't forget, check out Resort TV 1 in just 30 minutes. They're going live, 6 o'clock. I actually invited Josh in, but I know he's busy, so I was hoping he would pop in, but I did see he messaged me back. He wasn't going to make it. But that being said, any other entries, guys, for our final stream here before we talk about
No,
Anything
save some
else?
stuff for Road Trip Dave.
Yeah, we'll save it for Road Trip Dave. But I want to pass the table over to Mr. Dean here from the live place. And I want to make sure before we go over anyone else, I want you to please, if you're here, definitely subscribe to the live place on YouTube. There it is, youtube.com/liveplace. And of course, check out the liveplace.com for your family-friendly live streams. Please go check it out. There we go. The live place. I love it. And let's talk about our stream on, I got to get the date here. Was it April 21st? Next Tuesday, 9:30, the Fifth Gate, 5th episode. Go ahead, Dean. The floor is yours. Please talk about it.
Said it well. So Tuesday night at 9:30, Rob and Jim and I have been doing these episodes. Thank you, Jim. Fifth Gate. What could we do if we created our own fifth park at Walt Disney World? And we are very lucky because this Tuesday we've got Josh of Resort TV One. The guy who we all look up to and has got a ton of knowledge of this stuff. He's got a ton of great video and all that. So come Tuesday night and we will create and we will share and it's on retro. So very similar tonight. We're going to talk about how did retro experiences, whether it be 10 years ago, like Dan was talking about, or 75 years ago for myself, how did that impact us and how would we design that into the park? And
According to Jim, it's episode 4. I think he's right. So.
Oh, am I right?
I think
can't
it's
remember.
January, February, March, April. I think we started in January, so makes sense. So
right. 4. What do we plan? 6 episodes?
I think so, yeah.
Don't worry, I always lose count.
Episode 4 then.
I think he's right, yeah. I actually have a vote, so let's see. Oh well. So yeah, definitely check out the live place on YouTube. Subscribe to him, and please let's get what are we at, Jim? How many subscriptions do you have on YouTube here? What are we at? What's going on?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna go look more. Let's see if I got any more. So we have a big fight. I know my buddy Noah does the fight first. Disney Nerd Herders versus More Sunshine Please. You do have the lead at 956 subscribers, but we're fighting to get to 1,000. Let's get this guy to 1,000 subscribers. There's the link down below. Sorry about that. I had the live place on there. So please check out my friend Jim from More Sunshine Please. A little more plug here. Tell us about your channel. I know you don't want it, but go ahead.
I live in Florida, so it's Disney World centric. I vlog from the parks, do live streams. Tuesdays at 7:30 Eastern is usually when I go live. I've been doing some extra ones during my staycation, my extended staycation, trying to get my hours up, but trying to keep them fun, doing some Disney sketches. We did trivia yesterday and just keeping it fun because if it ain't fun, I don't want to do it. But I'm a big fan of Disney Nerd Herders too. So if they win this battle, I will be very happy for them.
Fight. Yeah,
One love.
Twitter, so too funny. It says Jim had the lead since day one. Go Jim, he deserves it. We're gonna get Disney Nerd Herders. We're gonna get More Sunshine Please. Let's get them to 1,000 subscribers. Avery saying how much he loves the Fifth Gate series. Thank you so much, Avery. He is awesome.
Avery.
Big supporter of the community. But don't forget the live place. Me, Jim, and Dean and Josh will be on. Unfortunately, it's too late for Dan, so maybe one of these days we can get Dan to stay up really, really late so we can get him on one of the shows.
I'm trying.
I think it'd be awesome if this guy can come on too. So, but unfortunately, we do them late, 9:30 on night, so it is tough. So, DizneyDan, the table is yours. Talk about your amazing channel. I've been on many times.
Before that, I just want to say with More Sunshine Please and Disney Nerd Herders, I've been following you guys since Jim, I think I subscribed to you when you had around 300, and I remember subscribing to
like 200,
Charlie and Stacy when they had less than 100 subs. So it's just amazing seeing both channels sort of grow to where you guys are now and thoroughly deserved. And
thanks,
you guys just are killing it right now. So I'm going to say a premature congratulations because you're pretty much there. Anybody who's right there at 1,000, you guys are there. So congratulations.
Thank you, Dan.
And then me, I don't know. I did my Disney Food Friday today. So if you love chicken and you like
So
sandwiches,
good.
check out my Chicken Guy sandwich, which I recommended on Disney Food Friday. It's always fun to do those. I'm so glad I'm doing those again, which is really great. I've got a really fun one planned for next week. This weekend, tomorrow is Disney Fiasco, episode 88. It will be myself, Steve from Steve's World, and Walt from Mouse Talk. We will be talking about what future Marvel MCU movies we would love to see in the next couple of years. So everything's on the table. So Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four. I've just given away loads of people's answers and picks, but that's tomorrow. So that's gonna be a fun stream. So if you are into Marvel, MCU, come join by. And then on Sunday, I will be on the Disney Nerd Herders channel, and we're gonna be talking more Marvel. And it's like Marvel and retro. It's like combining both your stream, Rob, and my stream tomorrow, Marvel and retro, into a retro Marvel video on Disney Nerd Herders channel on Sunday, where they've taken retro TV shows that I've never seen. Things like Oscar and Felix, I think, and three couples, two couples. I don't really know. I had to research through YouTube, and you have to recast them as Marvel characters. So I've had to go through and research every single member of the Brady Bunch to see what they were all like, and then assign a Marvel character to them. Because I wasn't growing up back then, so I thought it'd be quite funny. I'm actually so glad that Charlie invites me for this, because awesome. I think it'll be hilarious. Hearing my picks, knowing that I know nothing about Felix, Oscar, Brady, whatever they are, whatever. So that's gonna be fun, and I think I'm also on with Disney World Freak tomorrow morning. So thank you, Carlos, for inviting me there. So yeah, I'm all over, and then next week I have another tag video coming out next Tuesday. I've got a lot going on. I'm busy. These
guys are in demand, and of course, Dean, you're all in well demand. So.
But
my superstars, I love having on. You guys have on. So
thank you for inviting me on, and thank you. And it's good to see Dean. Good to see Jim. It's good to see you guys. So yeah, thank you for having me.
Likewise.
Sorry I was late.
No, it's all right. Don't forget, guys, my website, robfuzz.com. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Of course, this channel, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, Rob Fuzz. And I appreciate it. And thank you guys. Wow, we went really long, hour and 37 minutes so far. So I had a blast, though. Don't forget, I'll be on Road Trip Dave's channel tomorrow. Link is below. He is awesome. We're going to be doing more retro, of course. And, of course, next Tuesday, I will be on the live place with Dean and Jim. And Dan will be sleeping, but we will have fun with Josh at Resort TV 1, which Resort TV 1 goes live in about 20 minutes. So please go over to Resort TV 1. Tell them Rob Fuzz sent you. And I love those guys. I had a blast with them. I think except for Jim, we were on their chat, and me and scrap that. Me and Dan were on Resort TV 1 last Wednesday. It was fun to be on.
That was fun, yeah.
And then he used my retro videos last Friday, so it was just so much fun being on there. Thank you so much, Josh and Jenna. I appreciate it, and I can't wait to be on the stream with you Tuesday with Dean and Jim. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So, all right, guys, time to wrap it up. Anything else? Did I miss anything else? We good? We all good?
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. More Sunshine Trivia right there. Go. Let's get these hours in for Jim. Let's go play his videos. Let's get him to 1,000.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
If you haven't subscribed, please. We're doing a little thing on Twitter. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be a fight to 1,000 between Disney Nerd Herders and More Sunshine. Please go check it out. Let's get him to 1,000. He's so close. I can't wait till you're there. And then next is this guy down here. We got to get him to 1,000.
Yes,
of course, the live place. We got to get some more subscribers to Dan too. So we'll spread over there. So. There it is. All right, guys, we are out of here. Thank you guys so much. As I've been saying, be safe, stay healthy, and hang in there. We just, obviously the world is crazy. A lot is going on. We just kind of do these little live streams to, kind of get your mind off it, because you don't want to hear about the coronavirus again for the 5,000th time in one day. So that's why we like having fun and everything. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you guys. It's awesome. And definitely check out more retro videos, more extinct rides coming from my channel. Tomorrow is Carousel of Progress, so from 24 years ago. So check it out. And I'll be posting, I think Saturday or Sunday is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, maybe Splash Mountain. I think there's going to be a combined one. I got some more coming next week too. Thank you guys. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care. Love that horn. Thank you so much.